Okay, in this video, we're going to walk you through how to set up your email campaign. Now, you might be wondering why we're starting with the email. Why don't we start with the lead capture page and then make the sales page? Why don't we go in the order that people come into the funnel? I like to create my sales funnels backwards, and you'll kind of see why that is here in a moment. And I'm going to show you two things for you to do with your email campaigns, two ways to get set up. Now, if you are going to type up your own custom email follow-up sequence for people to receive, that will probably be the thing that takes you the longest in terms of getting your funnel set up. So don't get caught up in, well, I have to write 15 emails before I have to get started. Just for right now, just write one welcome email and then worry about adding more emails to your campaign later. So we're going to show you two things. I'm going to show you how to create a campaign from scratch in this video, and then I'm also going to show you how to take a campaign that already exists and make an editable copy so that you can tweak it for your own liking, okay? So if you go up here to email, voice, and text, and then you hover over email, and then you go to view and edit campaigns. What you're going to do first, you've got three options down here. You've got send all these emails to me now. Don't worry about that. You've got create a new campaign, and then you've got make an editable copy. These are the two we're going to do in this video. So let's start with create a new campaign, and then you can just call this campaign whatever you want. Your customers aren't going to see this. So this is just for your personal usage. So you could call it email campaign for my company, whatever the name of your company is, and then click create this campaign. And that's going to bring up that campaign here, and it's going to say currently you have no emails in this campaign because you just created it. So next thing you want to do is you want to add a new email to the campaign. Also, double check up here. You want to make sure it says this campaign is sent in full HTML color. If it's not, if it's set to just send out as a text, if you ever send yourself a test email and it shows up in like a whole bunch of gobbledygook, it's probably because you have this set. You have no HTML tags, you have plain text, and you don't want that. So instead, you're going to click use this design, which is plain HTML with no preset background. Or, I mean, you've got some preset templates here that you could use. I've not really used any of these, but you could certainly use some of these templates that are already designed. And then they've even got some other ones here based on different types of professions. But for now, I'm just going to say plain HTML, no specific design, and submit. So, and you'll know that's correct because it'll say this campaign is sent in full HTML color. And then you're going to say add a new email to this campaign. You click here, and you're going to type in what you want the subject line to be for this email. So it could be, welcome, thank you for subscribing. It could be, let's say that you promised them that you were going to send them, a free video or a free report. Your subject line might be response required to download your free report. Add this email. And then after you've added that email, now you can change the sent on day. You can either change it here, or I think it's actually easier to change it inside of the message. So what we're going to do here is we're going to click view, edit, and this will allow you to type up your message. And you can delete the add text here, get rid of that, and type in whatever you want your message to be. And so you say hi, and if you want to personalize it, you can go up here to this green box where it says choose and click recipient's first name. And now what that'll do, it adds in this kind of funny looking code, but when that actually sends out to a person, it'll transpose that funny code into the person's name. So it'll say, hi John, hi Bob, hi Susie, and the email will be personalized to them. And then what you can do is you can type out your whole message. So for your first message, I would recommend something like, hi John, thanks for subscribing to my list. Here's that free report I promised you. And then you put a link to click here. And the way that you add something like this, you just simply type in where you want it to go. So let's say the link was, www.thefreereporturl.com. And then you put in whatever you want the text to be. Click here. And then you can just put your cursor where you want it to go and say add. And it adds some more of this funny looking code, but then that's going to change it into click here, and when they click there, it'll go to this address, and now you've got a trackable link so you can see who's clicking on the links inside of your email. And then if you have any questions, feel free to respond to this email or give me a call. I like to be, fully transparent with my subscribers. I like to let them know that I'm a real person. It helps to build trust with those people. And so I'll tell them, I'm happy to talk to you, answer any questions that you got. I'll tell them once again, my name is, and you can either type in your name Or, so I could say my name is Tyson and type it in, or you can go up here to where it says recipient's first name, or you can click where it says choose and scroll down to my first name. And why would you do that instead of putting in just why wouldn't you just type in my name is John, or, my name is Tyson, or whatever? And the reason why is because let's say that down the road you want to share this campaign with your entire team. Well, then for your team member Susie, it's automatically going to plug in Susie's first name and Susie's email address and Susie's phone number instead of you. So Susie doesn't have to do any special work to make this email her own. Everything is maybe other than changing the hot link for where the free report is, but if everybody's sharing the free report, that's another thing that you could just make the email so that everybody could use it. So that's an advantage to doing that. And then, something like, hey, if I don't answer, leave a message. I promise I'll get back with you. Talk soon. And then same thing down here. Instead of typing out your name, you can say my first name and then a space and then my last name. And that'll plug in your own first and last name, assuming that you've put it in correctly inside of the PowerLead system in your personal information section. Okay, and then I like to do one other thing in my first email. P.S. Look for my email tomorrow. I'm going to share with you how to close over 90% of your prospects into your business. Good stuff. So you're letting them know, hey, be looking for my next email. Here's what you're giving them a little teaser. They're like, yeah, I want to know how to close. I mean, it doesn't have to be that. That's an idea for something you could put in your email. If you're doing nutrition products, hey, I'm going to show you in tomorrow's email how to, lose 10 pounds by the weekend or whatever. Obviously, you don't want to say that, but give them a teaser at the end of your first email so that they are now conditioned to open your emails. Then the other thing is days to delay. This is when the message is going to get sent out. So whether you want to send it out day 0 means immediately right after they put their name into your opt-in form, they're going to get an email. So this one you would want to make day 0. And then you can say on the next email, you can make it day 1, or you can make it day 2 or day 3 or whatever. So those are all different ways that you can do your first email. Oh, and by the way, the difference between this purple section and this yellow section is the purple section is if you're going to take them to a web page that is outside of if you're going to take them to google.com, that's not a page that's inside the PowerLead system. But if you're going to take them to a page that you've created inside of the system, you could, and this is one of the other things that's nice for your team. If you're hosting a page that you're sharing with your entire team, you could take them to, like Tyson's page. I could take them here and then add a URL, say this is what I want it to say, and it'll add that particular page where it's going to take them. And then you just click Save Changes. And then you can keep adding more and more emails to this campaign by doing that. Add a new email. Last thing I want to show you is how to take a current campaign and make an editable copy. This is very easy to do. So if you don't want to type up your own message, what you can do is go to Email, Voice, and Text. Email, once again, click View and Edit Campaigns. And now choose Make an Editable Copy of one of these campaigns. First thing you'll want to know is which campaign you want to make a copy of. So you'll say make an editable copy, and let's just call it, my copied campaign, or whatever you're going to call it. And we'll create the campaign. And now it's going to ask you, which campaign do you want to copy? So you're going to grab whichever campaign that you want to copy over. PowerLead says, let's say you're promoting your primary opportunity. PowerLead system has already written a series of messages called Promote Your Primary with 16 messages. They're written very generically to kind of position you as an expert in your field, in the field of marketing, but all of the links would be coded to the company you promote as long as you've set that up in your personal information section. So you can click Promote Your Primary. But let's say that you don't necessarily like these specific, so you can view the email to see if you like them, and you can say add this campaign to my copied campaign, and now you can now edit these messages. So if you don't like this subject line or you don't like the day that it's sent out on, all you have to do is click View, Edit, and do all of the same steps that we just did and scroll through, change it as needed, change the sent on day, change the subject line as you see fit, and then click Save Changes. So you can take this as a template for what they've already written and make your own emails out of out of this. It might save you a little bit of time, or you can create one from scratch. So that is how to make your email campaign, and you'll see in some of the next videos why it's important that you go ahead and have at least one follow-up email set up. And this is why I've showed you how to set up your email first before we do any other part of your funnel. Okay, now you can go ahead and continue to the next step.